Like I spent the first quarter of my career in the social work counseling world and then shifted over into real estate and real estate finance. And that gave me the opportunity to make six figures at a young age. I was in my young 20s. And so I got a chance to not just think about money, not just want some money, but have some money. And it was great. It was great. And so obviously you all have listened enough to know that me and coins have a great relationship, but I know that a lot of women are not thinking like this. And Lane, I know we've had conversations. So from your perspective, since you represent, it's so often we're on the same side of the coin. I'm glad we're finally showing up a little bit opposite here, somewhat. How does this, come into play for you?
Yeah, I mean, I I think there's a lot of levels to it. Like you said, the family aspects and like the gender stuff, and then, being in a helping role, and there's all these different layers, I guess, to the way that I feel about money. And I think, you know, when I think back to when I was choosing a career, I think we've talked about this a little bit. And like choosing a career, that era of my life when I was choosing social work,
Mm-hmm.
my ideas about money were very vague and something, and I think some of it could have been age, especially just being young and not understanding like how much money you really need to like survive in the world these days. But also my feelings about the structure of our country and capitalism, and we've had conversations about this, and we differ on how we feel about it. And as I've gotten older, my feelings about capitalism haven't changed, but my feelings about how I relate to capitalism, and how I kind of like justify my own relationship to money, and how I like talk about money to myself almost is different. And I think that that's the important factor. Like you can have like a fundamental disagreement with capitalism, and I do, and but at the same time not let that just mean that I have to like have this like really complicated relationship with money, or not admit that I like want to have money. Cause I think that a lot of people of my generation, and we're talking specifically women, and I do think that it actually is more common for women of my generation than men, is this idea that, money, like if you say you want to make money, then you're like playing into this, like you're playing into the like evil capitalist agenda. And like I think it is a good conversation to have, to like separate those two and be able to say like you can disagree with how things are, and you can know, and you can also accept that it's not your place in this world, in this lifetime, to change that. And if you and that's okay, and to not have like kind of like the shame and guilt around that, of like I am, I'm playing into this like evil system. And so yeah, I think that that's how my mindset has shifted. And also just getting older, and like knowing that I do want to have kids at some point, and knowing like I can't even justify having a child unless I have a certain amount of financial stability. And I think that that's like a mature, like something that has happened over time.
Great mature perspective that most people don't have, but we should probably.
So I think you can hate capitalism, and if you just, all you have to do is take care of yourself, and you're fine with living whatever way you're living, like that's fine. But if you aspire for more, and you want to have kids, or you have kids and you want more for them, like I do think that confronting these limiting beliefs you have about money is important, because you will just keep kind of like screwing yourself over, and like choosing things that are less for you.